back. So in today's video we'll say an important question based on stack, that is to find the next greater element from right. Okay, so given an array of size 5, so we have to find the next greater element of every individual array element. Okay, so for 11 the next greater element, so by next greater element I mean the very first nearest greater element. Okay, so for 11 the next greater element would be 13, but keep in mind 21 is also greater than 11, but instead of printing 21 we'll print 13 because it is nearest greater element. Okay, so for 11 the next greater element would be 13, and for 13 the next greater element would be 21, and if we move to 21, so next greater element would be nothing because there is no next greater element. 3 and 4 are smaller than 21. So if we haven't found any next greater element, so we'll print minus for that individual element. Okay, then we'll move to 3. So for 3 the next greater element would be 4. Then we'll move to 4. So for 4 the next greater element would be nothing because there is no next array element. Okay, so for 4 we'll print minus 1 because there is no next greater element to it. Okay, so if we haven't found any next greater element to it, so we'll print minus 1, but for last element we'll always print minus 1 because there is no next element to it. Okay, so very first approach that comes to your mind is by picking one element and checking if we have any next greater element to it or not. If yes, so we'll print that particular element. If no, so we'll print minus 1 because we haven't found any next greater element to it. Okay, so for this we need two for loops. Okay, two for loops we need, one for picking one element and one for iterating through this remaining element for finding out the next greater element to it. Okay, so if we found it we'll print that particular element, and if we haven't, so we'll print minus 1 for that particular element if we haven't found any next greater element to it. So for let's just see the pseudocode for this approach, then I will explain you the optimized solution for this particular question by using stack. So this is a pseudocode of the approach that we have discussed by using two for loops. So this is a Java code for this. So here I have initialized a function. Okay, so here I have taken an array as an argument and the length of an array. Okay, so I have initialized the three variable here, I, j and next. So I have initialized the next with minus 1. So in case we haven't found any next greater element, so we'll print the initial value of next, that is minus 1. Okay, so I have used two loops for this, one for picking the one element, another for checking in the remaining part of the array if there is any next greater element towards right or not. So if it's greater, if we found the next greater element to it, so we'll assign that next greater element value in the next, and we'll come out of the for loop and we'll print that particular next greater element value. Okay, so for the particular element, and if case we haven't found it, so directly we'll come into this line of statement and we'll print minus 1 for it. Okay, so this is the code. So for this time complexity will be O of n square because we are using two for loops here, and the space complexity remain constant because we are not using any extra space here. Okay, let's just discuss the optimized approach for this by using stack. So at very first we'll check if our stack is empty or not. So our stack is empty at the first, so we'll push the first element, that is 2, into the stack. Then again for pushing the second element, so let's just consider this element as current element. So we'll check our current element is greater than the top of the stack or not. So 5 is greater than top of the stack or not, we'll check. So 5 is greater than 2, so we'll print the next element of the 2, that is 5, and then we'll pop an element and then we'll push the 5. Okay, so the next greater element of the 2 becomes 5 now. Okay, then again we'll check for 9 also, that is current element. So 9 is our current element right now. So 9 is greater than top of the stack or not. So 9 is greater than 5. So we'll print next element of the 5, that is 9, and we'll pop an element from the stack, then we'll push 9. Okay, then again we'll check for 3. So 3 will become now our current element. So we'll check 3 is greater than top of the stack or not. So in this case 3 is not greater than top of the stack, that is 9, so condition become false. Then again we'll check for 1. So if our 1 is greater than top of the stack or not, so condition become false because 1 is not greater than 9. So in this case we haven't found any next greater element, so we'll push 3 and we'll push 1. Then for this element we haven't found any next greater element, so after coming out of the loop we'll print if our stack is not empty, if still there are some elements. So for this element we'll print -1 because we haven't found any next greater element to it. So let's just discuss the optimized approach for this by using stack data structure. Okay, so at the very first we'll check if our stack is empty or not. So in this case our stack is empty, so we'll push the first element, that is 2. Then we'll check for 5, that is let's say our 5 is now current element. Okay, so we'll check is our current element is greater than 2 or not, that is top of the stack. Okay, so 5 is greater than top of the stack in this case, so we'll print the next element of the 2, that is 5. Okay, then we'll pop an element, then we'll push 5. Okay, then we'll check for 9 similarly. So our current element is now 9, so we'll check is our current element is greater than top of the stack or not. So 9 is greater than 5. Okay, so we'll print the next greater element of the 5, that is 9. Then we'll pop, then we'll push 9. Okay, then again we'll check for 3 also. So 3 will become now current element, so 3 is greater than 9 or not. So in this case 3 is not greater than 9, so we'll not pop 9, rather than we'll just push 3. Okay, because we haven't found the greater element. Okay, then again we'll check for 1. So current element will become now 1. So we'll check is our current element is greater than top of the stack or not. So in this case 1 is not greater than 3. So again we'll not pop anything from the stack, we'll just push it, that is we'll just push 1. Okay, now our elements are over, but our stack is still not empty. So at last we'll check is our stack is empty or not. So in this case our stack is not empty. So for this particular element we haven't found any next greater element towards right. So for this particular element at last we'll print next greater element of the 1 would be -1, for 3 also -1, for 9 also -1, because we haven't found any next greater element of this particular element. Okay, so we'll print minus for this, -1 for this. Okay, so let's just see the pseudocode for this. This is a C++ code for this. So here I have initialized a function, that is find next greater. Then I have passed the argument array and the length of the array. Okay, then I have initialized I. Okay, then I have initialized the stack data structure S. Then I have pushed the first element into the stack. Then for pushing the other element I have applied the condition, that is if we found if our current element is greater than the top of the stack or not. So if it's greater, then we'll print that particular element, that is next greater element, and we'll just pop an element from that. Okay, and if our current element is not greater than the top of the stack, so we'll pop an element from the stack and we'll just push it. Okay, so at last if our stack is not empty yet, okay, so we'll just pop an element from 1 by 1 and we'll just push -1, because for those element we haven't found any next greater element to it. Okay, so that's it. The time complexity of this particular approach is O of n, because we have optimized this, because in the previous approach we are using 2 loops. Okay, but in this we have optimized this time complexity. Okay, and the space complexity will become O of n because we are using stack data structure here. So in the worst case, our what can happen? So in the worst case, when all the elements are sorted in a decreasing order, so for this we'll print -1 for all of the elements because our array is sorted in a decreasing order. Okay, so for that we'll print -1 for all the elements because we'll not find any next greater element to it because our array is sorted in a decreasing order. Okay, so in the worst case this can happen. Okay, so that's it for this video. Make sure you like, share and subscribe to the channel. So that's it. I'll see you in the next video.